All right, we're back with Dylan. So, Dylan, we just had a little discussion about Valor, and Dylan is also the director of soccer for CYA, and that's Chantilly Youth Association, where you guys are watching the podcast from. We have our live show here at the field house, the CYA field house. So this year is particularly special because we've got a new uniform being revealed today.
Yep.
And I'll tell you a little bit, Dylan, about how this came to be. So uniforms have always been a challenge because no matter what you do, you're going to have a lot of input from a lot of different people. Half the time they love what you're doing. Half the time they think you need to be doing something else. You know, we've got people out there that say you need a name brand or you need to have some sort of a special design. You can't just have a plain shirt because the kids don't like it, and on and on and on. We hear all sorts of things. So what we did this year, most importantly, was take all of this input. We've had focus groups get together and talk about what are we really looking for out of a new uniform kit. The thing that always came first was the cost. It has to be cost effective. So you could go out and buy the name brand kits, and they're going to be very expensive. And in a lot of cases, that prohibits kids from participating because not only do you have a registration fee, but then you've got a heavy uniform fee. So we wanted to eliminate that. So we've got a provider that does custom sublimated uniforms. And sublimated means that the material is essentially dyed in any fashion you want. You can design it, you can do whatever you want with it. So we did that. There's no decorations that are put on the jersey like the good old days when you'd have, if you had a reversible, for example, you'd flip it over, then you feel the number and all the decorations on your body. Of course, that's uncomfortable. Nobody wants to play with that. So this way, you're using just a material uniform. So we sent it out to our designers, and they've come back with some things that we found to be very exciting. But the focus this year was something completely different. So we have veered off in a way that CYA has never seen before. And we are introducing a reversible uniform, purple on one side. The other side is actually red. Nice. Now, people might say, well, wait a second, red? You've got all the neighboring clubs are wearing red. Well, we are using this as our special edition uniform because we are in support of celebrating the 250th anniversary of the United States, which is in 2026. So this uniform is for the 2025-26 soccer year. So what you're about to reveal, Dylan, is a uniform that, like I say, no one has ever seen anything like this in CYA. We think it came out really well. So I guess...
Dylan, Zack? Can you go ahead? Let's go with the standard purple jersey first. Let's see what that purple side looks like first.
So there you go. So hold that up to the camera. So this is, you can see what we've got. I'll give you all the elements of this that are exciting. So you've got the watermark and all of the purple rain in the background. And then you've got on the sleeve, one on the left sleeve, you've got the American flag. On the right sleeve, catchphrase, which is "Let's go." We have that on everything here at the field house and in CYA. And then on the back of the jersey, you've got our CYA logo, all done in gold. Now, the gold is instead of white, because the white on a reversible shows all of the different elements through it. The yellow masks that a little bit. So we went with that gold yellow. So that's our purple kit. So that's our home gear. So now
the fun part.
Now is when we reveal the red side. So you flip this inside out. Dylan's shaking the shirt out right now, and here he comes. So there it is. You can see the red, it still has the same watermark with all the purple rain. American flag on the left sleeve, the Let's Go on the right sleeve, and of course, all the decorations on that jersey are in purple, outlined by the yellow that was used on the front of the shirt with the purple trim around the arms and the waist. And that is what we know as our 250th anniversary special edition CYA soccer jersey. So that's pretty exciting stuff. So every kid is going to get this. It's included in the registration fee. And the quality of these shirts are just, to have a recreational jersey that is like this. We've had people come in and say, this is a great travel kit. But in fact, it's a recreational kit. So
I think we should show the thinness though, because the first thought for me is there are two pieces of fabric sewn together?
Yeah. So Dylan is asking it, and I don't know if you guys can hear him, but one of the big questions is reversible jerseys are always known to be heavy. Well, this is what's called a single ply reversible, which is why we had to go with a darker color on one side. If you go with a purple on one and a white on the other, the challenge is making that opaque enough that you don't see the design on the other side. So in this case, a single ply and a dark on both sides allows you to mask it, and it's not heavy. So it comes out as being, when everybody that's putting this on and testing it in all of our testing phases, they can't believe it's actually a reversible. So it's cost effective, and you can make something that is absolutely unique to CYA, which is what we've done.
Yeah, no one's going to have something like this.
We've had a lot of people come in and talk about that. Different people across the soccer world, that they couldn't believe how inexpensive it was and how comfortable it was.
Well, when you're buying 2,500 or whatever we ordered, it reduces the cost, which is nice.
And I can tell you from being out in 95-degree heat running a camp, when you have a logo like this,
that's got to be heat pressed on.
It's a little bit stickier than the rest of the shirt. So this being all just fabric, I think is great.
It breathes well. Yeah. It is that wicking material. Yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff. There you go. That is the reveal of our new kit. These will be made available to all of our players come give or take the early part of August, and everyone will be coming to the field house to pick up their kits, their jerseys, and then we've also got other giveaways when they show up, and it's going to be pretty exciting. Can't wait to see them out there this fall.
It's going to look great.